buddy. It's your old pal Brian. Get a good look at this ugly face because glasses are going to be a thing of the past here pretty soon. My right eye, which is the worst one, will get done here in a few days. Have castor eyes on my desk because that's as clean as it gets, kids. That's my new posh leather chair. My kid wasn't content with buying me a piece of junk, so he spent who knows how much on a proper leather chair. That'll carry me to my grave. The other planes, they sit idle. My eyesight is so, it's not screamingly bad, but like my right eye, what you would do is just, oh look, by the way, Christmas tree has been de-Christmased. Wife is probably going to be de-Christmasing throughout the day. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside, which is who knows what in other units. But it's cold, that's for sure. I just need to come out and run some battery out. Yeah. So what else is new? Yeah, this is still one of my favorites. It just flies so nicely. There's no optical flow. It just flies nice. Oops, let's get up a little higher where you can actually see it. Oh, first things first, very important business. Shout out to the rowdies. Thinking about y'all, particularly as I get closer in age. We were just waxing existential about that yesterday, or day before yesterday, my wife and I. She's coming to the realization that we, if we have a grandkid tomorrow, neither of us are going to see them graduate from college and get married. That's just it. I've been thinking about things like this since I was 17 years old. Isn't that crazy? So I've already come to grips with my very short time on this planet. In fact, what it does to me is, and I've waxed philosophical about this before, it doesn't cause me to have any type of real agita, but what it does do is it makes me a little more, I'm not hyper vigilant about, spending each and every moment to its fullest extent. It's insanity. You can't do that. It's like happiness. There's no such thing as happiness long term. You can be content, but if you're happy all the time, you're probably using drugs and alcohol. You can't be happy all the time. You can be content, interdispersed with moments of happiness. You see what I'm saying? I love splitting this existential hair. With that said, though, wife had a couple of glasses of wine and sitting by the fire and getting nervous about our mortality, and I get it. I totally get it. However, what you can do once you come to grips with our mortality is you can start maybe spending a little bit more time considering not being a jerk. Not being angry all the time. There are people that orbit my universe that are just unbelievably angry and self-righteous. Yeah. Now, try to find that contentment is what I suggest to folks. Sometimes it's elusive, but you can find it. So yeah, don't spend a lot of time worrying about our eventuality, because this is something that nobody gets out of. No one. Now this thing, you can buy these for 49 bucks. And I like flying this almost as much as I do my Huey. Yeah. So yeah, number one, figure it out. Know that our time is short. Number two, try to be appreciative about the time that you have left and making better use of it. 3, reflect on those amazing times you had. Now, I'm not a revisionist, but don't reflect on You know, the horrible times you had. No. You know, I wouldn't mind buying an optical flow unit for one of these so I could actually video it like I did my Huey. Cynthia, Gretchen, uh, Joss, Cassie, beautiful Gail. Oh, by the way, I want to share something with you guys. Yesterday I got a note from the breeder that his dog's in heat. So instead of in September having a puppy, not long after we get to Presque Isle, after May 15, we'll be in Presque Isle May 15. That's where we hang out in Maine. Oops, it's time. We should have a puppy. Holy crap. We're going to be dog parents again. About 4 months earlier than we thought we were going to be. 5 months earlier. That's something. Well, we were worried about the breeder not having the pup in heat. And the funny thing about that is you're going to go through batteries with me. I got to figure out which battery's good and which ain't. So yeah, you're not allowed to go anywhere. Yeah, 40 degrees out here. We have alerted the authorities. What's going to be happening is we're going to have some of our coldest temperatures in the next few days. We've got friends coming in, not this weekend, but the following weekend, and we're going to be spending a lot of time in the hot tub and around the fire. I have friends similar in nature to anyway, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if I put this up, if the batteries are going to just die or not. Now this is the first one I bought, and then I flopped it over in the bushes behind the helipad. There we go. I do not like stressing these batteries. I'm sure these aren't the finest high C batteries, so you're going to bear with as I go through my batteries or turn off. Tune in, turn on, turn off. But yeah, shout out to Dale, of course, and then Renfield. It just makes me so happy that you're doing as well as you are. You just sound better. By now, your central nervous system should have recovered somewhat, and you'll have days where you just feel good, like feel good. Like emotionally feel good. Now what may be happening here is me just there may be one good battery past this, I'm not sure. Yeah, that one's way low. I think I might charge all these just to give them a fat charge and then come out and fly them back down to, you know, an equitable level. I do like my hero, my light hero Renfield did. I don't live in the sandbox of iOS, but I do live in the sandbox of Google, and I can say, hey G-word, set a timer for, and that'll do it. All these phones are kind of similar. I might, there again, fall right into low voltage here. Bear with. But yeah, there it is. Oh, we do not want to land where we're going to chew up my tail rotor. Tail rotors are the worst on here. They don't spin anywhere near as slow as that main rotor. If you want to tear one of these up, just screw with a tail rotor. These things are amazingly forgiving. It just, I'm shocked, you know? I'm doing something that I wouldn't normally do. Look at this. If I wanted to, I couldn't have tried that. You saw that. I'm greasing these little things up. I bought a grease pen, a little oil pen, and I hit them where on the rotor, because I use, you know, what I really need to do. I am going to do one more purchase from our friends at AliExpress. I think I told you I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple motors for these. Now this may or nope, that's it. Alright, well y'all got to hang out with me and fly one good battery. And listen to my disjointed piffle and balderdash. You know, it's not so cold as I couldn't come out and fly my fly a little battery out of my Huey. You want to do that with me? You know, there's no wind right now. Okay, let's keep quiet. The old lady's asleep. Yeah, my office is about as clean as it gets. I took and cleaned off the desk. I started going through my boxes, but I've already been through there about a year ago. I'm turning into my father-in-law, God rest his soul. I've acquired so much junk that, and it's not junk, but here's an example. There was a kit on the far, we'll call it my desk, north, south, east, and west, on the far northeast side, and it had a really neat, tiny X-Acto knife in it. I had no idea I had that. I had no idea I had a bunch of stuff. What I am going to do for myself for my birthday, which is in the spring, is I'm going to get myself, there's a company that makes a USB soldering iron that's well thought of. They're only about 50 bucks. I don't want to carry my Heiku on the road. I don't know why, but I don't want to bring it on the road. So, come on now. There we go. So what I want to do is get a more compact version. And they make a really neat one that's well thought of for 50 bucks. Also, I've been wanting to share with you people. I've been, every holiday season, we end up with this unbelievable amount of AA batteries used, like several sleeves, big sleeves. And I am not a fan of that, because you end up with a bunch of 1.3 volt batteries. That's ungood. How do I do this? Can't remember how to do it. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, I'm like oh, I see. It just launches itself. I get a little spoiled with the Yuzhang. When you turn this thing on, it, whether you like it or not, it launches itself. Yeah, two things I'm not going to do, probably. I'm not going to turn off optical flow. And I'm certainly not going to turn this thing upside down and fly it around. No. No, I'm 60 years old. There'll be none. There will be none. No, I don't want it. This thing's beautiful. I don't want anything bad to happen to it. 220 bucks at AliExpress. I think my boy Renfield bought this for 220 at Banggood. Now I wanted all three batteries, and I wanted some reassurance that my stuff wasn't going to be sitting on some kind of boat somewhere. So wifey bought this from Amazon, so we paid basically a $50 tax to get free shipping and 3 batteries, but that's cool. I can live with it. That's a red-shouldered hawk. Right now there are scared, very scared mice. and what few frogs are still out this time of day. Isn't that beautiful? It'd be more beautiful if it had Renfield lights on it, but I'm not going to do that to this one. I'm thinking about the MD500 putting a belly light on it, but you got to understand something. A lot of my soldering was done around the hull of that thing. Forgive me. And how I haven't accidentally burnt a hole in it after 8 hours. And thank you, Dale. I mean, I tried every combination to include yours. There's something doing with that aircraft. It's either hung up in development mode or I don't know. But I am perplexed. But thank you for at least trying with me. What else? Once the sun gets up pretty good here, I've got to air up my tires on my rig. I don't have to. I've got another week. But I'll be hauling that thing over to get a $7,000 roof put on it on the 13th. Yeah, I like this thing a lot. I mean, God almighty, it's almost like a Tyrannus or a Radio Master. What you get kit-wise for the money is unbelievable. And my wife, she was really cool yesterday. She was showing me, let's say, the Bell 206 on a, she was watching shorts. But like the Flywing size. And she's like, isn't that cool? And I go, yeah, but Jesus, I mean, they're like 500 size, and that's intimidating to fly at a campground. But this, people are going to walk by going, holy crap. You know, they're not going to be freaked out by it. You fire up a 500 and it makes it really makes a special kind of noise. Like, I'm moments away from killing you noise. And once you get it a distance away from you, you know, perspective-wise, you kind of can't tell the difference. Well, I'm going to have, how many of these up underneath my bed? I'm going to have 4 of these up underneath my bed on the road trip this year. And that's going to give me a lot of versatility, you know, if I whack one or whatever. Yeah, 40 degrees out here. We'll have some 30-degree temperatures in the coming days, but nothing, and by 30 degrees, I mean above freezing. We don't expect freezing here in the next 10 days. I'm going to do a lot of hot tubbing the weekend after next. A lot of catching up. My young friends, they unfortunately, what had happened to them is their home got flooded not just once but twice with Helena and Milton this year. Got them a foot the first time and 3 feet the second time. They are smartly going to rebuild this beautiful home that they have on the basically on the Gulf of Mexico. And then they're going to sell that joker to a rich Yankee. That's done. And they're going to move north. Okay, let's review. It's cold. I love little helicopters. The lights on them are amazing. I'm not quite the light freak that Renfield is, but I'm pretty close. Having spent 8 hours on my MD500, that makes me a light freak. Isn't that beautiful? I like it with the doors open and no wires hanging out. You can fly this thing forever. All right, we all are going to get an early morning piffle and light show, and then I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. Wifey had been kind of under the weather. She's 10-4, but she's under the weather. So today I think is her rounding the corner day. So I don't know if I'm going to harass her for outdoor sports or not, but it would be a pretty day to enjoy hot tubbing. Isn't that thing beautiful? That big old stupid camera on top. Which y'all gonna have to put up with a little later. Terrible camera, by the way, just terrible, but nothing that small. I gotta buy another one of them before I hit the road. The battery in it usually lasts about a year. It's a little 1-cell battery. There we go. Renfield, the pad can be had at, maybe I'll send you the link. The pad here can be had at Amazon for about, I don't know if you land on it or not, I don't know, $8 or something like that. I like it. It keeps the debris out. It would probably even work better if you landed on it. Alright guys, as always, a very, very, very happy Friday. Great hanging out with you on the webs. I wish every one of you the very, 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 very best. And see ya.